Hello, my name is Mike Catignani and I'm here to talk to you about AI. Yeah, I know, you've heard about it before. You've heard some people telling you that AI is going to take over the world and we're all doomed, and you've probably heard some people saying that AI is the best thing since sliced bread. And like all of these things, somewhere in the middle is probably true. I've recorded a few videos to let you have a look at, basically to share some thoughts with you. I do a lot of training when it comes to AI. I train most of the products specifically and especially within the Microsoft ecosystem, things like AI Foundry and Copilot, etc. But one of the things that's becoming very obvious to me is that companies have got a barrier to leveraging AI, quite a serious barrier, and that's because of their digital strategy. I started to think about this and I started to look at companies, and we're not talking about just small companies. I'm talking about looking at very large enterprises globally. And the one thing started to occur to me is that a lot of organizations, their digital strategy is not really very digital. And I'll explain that in some of my forthcoming videos. But maybe what we need to start doing is start to think of things like a dashboard as a failure, things like a report as a failure. And we need to stop patting ourselves on the back when we've got a form because it happens to be the nice corporate colour of blue. Maybe that's where we're going wrong, is we are trying to solve problems with IT. Now, on that same note, another thing that I think we really need to address here is that a very famous person, I don't know if it was Einstein, he gets attributed for saying it, but many people say that he didn't say it. But basically, the concept of stumbling on the same rock twice. Now, we in the world of IT, we don't stumble on the same rock twice. We stumble on the same rock day in, day out, every day. And that's because we seem to think that all of our problems are down to our users. Now let's sit back from that for a moment and let's just consider something. If every company in the world has a problem with software adoption, if every company in the world says the same thing, that their users are IT phobic, that their users are useless when it comes to IT, maybe what we should start to think there, well, maybe every company in the world isn't right. Maybe the problem is that our objectives of trying to make software that users can use, maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's not actually doable. Maybe it's wrong to take somebody that's good at a specific skill and expect for them to either have the ability or for us to bolt on some IT skills. Maybe that's where we're going wrong. And the next few videos are going to explain that. And I think it's actually quite simple. It's when we start looking at a digital strategy, we need to really evaluate, do we have a digital strategy? Or do we think our strategy is shouting at our users, get better, and hoping that at some point a generation will come on board that are good with IT and they'll be able to deal with our software? And let's be honest, if our company was run by TikTok or Pinterest, maybe that would work, but they aren't. So maybe that's a false objective. So anyway, please, if you hit the subscribe button, that's just basically so you're getting an alert to tell you when the videos are released. They're already in the can, but I'm releasing them about every week, just so you can sort of whet your appetite. And I'd like you to think about things. The main concept of my AI journey is to take you from zero to hero, so as you will not only understand AI, but you'll also understand how you can benefit from it in a corporate situation and indeed in a private situation. And more importantly, how you can compare and contrast artificial intelligence, AI, with real intelligence, RI. Because only if you really understand the difference will you understand and be able to leverage the benefits. So once again, my name is Mike Catignani. Please hit subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the forthcoming videos. If nothing else, they'll give you something to talk about, and hopefully you won't find them too controversial. Thank you.